Emilio Estevez, once a household name in Hollywood, during the 80s and 90s, gradually faded from the public eye, leaving many to wonder why such a promising actor and director stepped away from the limelight. Estevez, known for iconic roles in films like The Breakfast Club 1985 and Young Guns 1988, seemed to vanish from the mainstream Hollywood scene in the years that followed. His departure was not due to any single factor but a combination of personal, professional, and creative choices that led him to pursue a quieter, more controlled career outside the typical Hollywood mold. One of the main reasons Estevez withdrew from Hollywood high-profile projects was his desire for creative freedom. Early in his career, Estevez was often cast in roles that, while successful, didn't necessarily align with his personal interests or artistic vision. He had already made a name for himself as a member of the Brat Pack alongside actors like Rob Lowe and Molly Ringwald, but as he matured, he realized that he wanted more control over his own work. Estevez's directorial efforts, such as the critically acclaimed Bobby 2006, revealed his aspirations beyond acting. The film, which depicted the events leading up to the assassination of Senator Robert F. Kennedy, allowed him to tell a story on his terms. For Estevez, directing was a way to break free from the constraints of Hollywood and create projects that were meaningful to him. Bobby was a passion project, and its success as a reflection of his creative vision highlighted his shift from being a typical actor in mainstream films to a filmmaker who could explore deeper, more personal subjects. Another factor in Estevez's fading career in Hollywood was the evolving film industry itself. By the late 90s and 2000s, Hollywood had undergone a significant transformation. The rise of blockbuster franchises, particularly those centered around superhero films and large-scale action movies, became the new norm. The type of character-driven, independent films Estevez was known for had begun to take a backseat to CGI-heavy, spectacle-driven productions. Estevez, who had made a name for himself with more grounded roles in films like The Breakfast Club and St. Elmo's Fire 1985, didn't feel at home in the new era of filmmaking. His preference for more intimate, story-driven projects clashed with the growing dominance of the action hero genre, which left him with fewer opportunities in the mainstream. As a result, Estevez chose to step away from major studio films, preferring to focus on independent projects where he could retain artistic integrity. Estevez's personal life has also played a significant role in his decision to step back from Hollywood. Born into a family of actors, with his father Martin Sheen being a prominent actor and his brother Charlie Sheen a well-known figure in Hollywood, Emilio Estevez faced the weight of familial expectations, the pressures of fame, and the public's perception of him as part of a famous family likely added a layer of complexity to his career. In interviews, Estevez has spoken openly about the emotional toll fame took on him. As the son of Martin Sheen, he was frequently compared to his father's acting career, and as a brother to Charlie Sheen, he couldn't escape the media's constant scrutiny. Estevez's decision to step back from the Hollywood machine was, in part, a way to reclaim some privacy and control over his own narrative. He began to prioritize his well-being and family life, seeking a quieter. Although Estevez may have stepped away from the big studio films, he never truly disappeared from the entertainment world. In the years following his retreat from Hollywood, he continued to act and direct, though often in more modest, independent projects. His role in the Mighty Ducks reboot, The Mighty Ducks: Game Changers 2021, is a notable example of how he has continued to work in a different capacity. Estevez's portrayal of Gordon Bombay, a character he first brought to life in the Mighty Ducks franchise in the 1990s, offered him a chance to re-enter a beloved role while participating in a project that reflected his shift away from mainstream Hollywood. Through these projects, Estevez found a new way to be involved in the industry without the same pressure to perform in high-profile Blockbuster films, these independent films and TV roles, allowed him to work on projects he was passionate about and reconnect with audiences, even if it wasn't on the same grand scale as his 80s and 90s hits. Estevez's decision to step back from Hollywood can also be seen as part of a broader desire to prioritize his own health and well-being, while not widely discussed. There are indications that Estevez wanted a life outside the exhausting and often unhealthy demands of the Hollywood machine. He has expressed in interviews that he enjoys the balance that comes with being less in the public eye, choosing to focus on his personal life, directing, and smaller creative projects rather than chasing after fame.